All right, here we go, folks. We've got ourselves a fresh series coming at you, spawning down in the bottom right with the GGLL. For Basilisk, it is Reynor in the red. And also an Extractor Trick 15 hatch. And his opponent spawning up the top left for the Shopify Rebellion. He is the captain. It's Harstem in the blue. And he's doing it again. He does this quite frequently, especially against Reynor and against players that he feels are better than he is. He is going to go for a gas first. Probably late scout. Yep. Super late scout, if any at all. And if you face off against a 12 pool, you are in a horrible position. You are just in such a bad spot, assuming that the Zerg player micros correctly, which at this level we can be so certain that Reynor will. He is a very competent player. I think we can be quite certain he'll micro his lings from a 12 pool well enough to, if not win the game straight up, be so far ahead that he will win it later. Now, if you can get away with this as the Protoss player, it's a really nice setup. You get a lot of early tech off of this because you're mining off that gas so quickly. You unlock, you know, whether it's a Stargate or whatever. Usually it's going to be a fast Stargate, because that is pretty much the most expensive thing you can do tech-wise early on. 150 gas for the Stargate, 150 gas for the Oracle, assuming that's what you get. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Reynor, though, he's fine. He's fine with it. Obviously, it's nice to punish your opponent, but not the biggest of deals if you do not. It's not as though you got away with like a 3 command centers before barracks or, you know, triple Nexus before Cybernetics Core, something crazy like that. It's just a small advantage for Harstem. We will see the first Adept cross on the map. Mostly just going to be for scouting information, I assume, since he, well, hasn't really done any scouting. This is as far as he's gone. Like Samwise leaving the Shire. If I shade myself one step further, this is the farthest from home I'll have ever been. Don't know what imitation that was. Certainly wasn't Sam from Lord of the Rings. That's for sure. Zealot? I think he's faking the 3rd gateway unit as far as I can tell. We'll see if he cancels it or if he actually lets the Zealot finish. That would be rather interesting. Harstem does mess around quite frequently with, you know, limiting gas mining in order to go for quicker whatevers, quicker 3rd Nexi. And in this case, he is going to go for a rather quick 3rd Nexus off the back of not limited gas mining, but just, I guess, limited scouting. It's only about 6 seconds faster than normal, but it's kind of nice. Oracle did find a drone. It's kind of nice, but I'm always so intrigued by the like nuance of certain builds that players go for. Ooh, Oracle taking a lot of hull damage, actually trying to escape on out. Good job from Reynor getting on top of that. Second Oracle looking for an opening in the natural. Not going to be able to find one, and there's no drones at the 3rd just yet. Oh, drone for Reynor. Well, it will be able to save itself. Oh, that was cute. That was actually a bait into turning the Oracle's Pulsar Beam energy on. Good job from Reynor. He could have very easily morphed the Extractor, and then it would have just been a loss for no value, but instead he actually did manage to make sure Harstem started it up. You got to be really quick to do what Reynor just did right there and not actually lose the drone. So good job on the speed of the Italian Stallion. We do see a recall to save that Oracle. Okay, yeah, he recalled it to the natural. That will allow him to kill off this Overlord here. Oracle's looking for a little bit of damage coming through, but they're not going to be able to find it. Reynor buttoned up tight. Oh, shooting his own creep tumor for a moment, but he stops. Doesn't kill it. Will be charge and +1 coming on in. We do see a quick melee upgrade coming out of Reynor, but it will still be the Roachhorn behind for safety. Honestly, extremely clean early game from Reynor so far. Harstem, though, doing a good job not losing anything just yet. There's the Templar Archive, so it is going to be Charge Lot Archon with very quick robotics facility as well. Now, will we see a commitment to more gateways, or is it just going to be a quick 4th Nexus? Or maybe some other tech, maybe very fast Storm? We'll see. We'll see. Harstem, for now, is just kind of trying to find value everywhere he can with little pushes. Got to be so careful with these units. He's going to get surrounded. Oracles are not in position to cover this. They're coming back, but this will be all the units getting picked off, and he's actually going to maybe lose. No, he does save the Oracle. Oof. I mean, that's already kind of rough. That was only a handful of lings for 4 gateway units. And when you play for those kinds of advantages, it can be a little bit unfortunate because you're really banking on nothing going wrong. Ooh, if Reynor sees this, is he going to go for the Archons? No. The Oracles and Zealots will prevent that. +1 weapon's not yet done for Harstem, but it will complete momentarily. Still, +1 melee is very close, and there was just an overwhelming number of lings. +1 melee wasn't done, but he just had this around. It was a good enough jump before the +1 attack came online for Harstem, and this attack is kind of already stopped by Harstem. There's only 4 gates anyways. 4 more are in production, but they're not done yet. And Reynor has already found a good bit of value in terms of the defense. 4th Nexus starts up from Harstem in the middle. But Reynor, yeah, that jump he got on the Zealots really shut this down before it could do anything. We are going to see an attempt to get into the main base. There's already a hive just about halfway done almost. We're at like 40, 45% done. Reynor, I do like the creep spread in the main as well. And, I mean, he's got creep flowering out very nicely. Zipping and zooming. +2 weapons is on the way for Harstem. He is now up to his 8-gate setup. He has definitely suffered significant setbacks in this game and hasn't been able to execute his game plan the way he would have liked. Spire coming on in from Reynor. I have to assume this will be for Broodlords, but not necessarily. It's not a given. We will see both the Roach speed and Baneling speed coming online at about the same time. Zealot will spot this drop on the left side. Reynor going to make sure that at least Harstem never actually has control of that watchtower, so that's kind of nice. Psystorm will complete momentarily here for Reynor. Or pardon me, for Harstem, not for Reynor. Zerg would be so OP if they had access to Psystorm from the get-go as just a part of their base tech. This is kind of funny because the Changeling triggers the Stasis Ward, but also now acts as like a perfect beacon. Good job from Harstem. Staying on top of this Baneling drop, not letting it get out of hand. Adrenal Glands is very far along. There's the Greater Spire Morph. That is going to be the weapon of choice. Harstem sees this army. Oh, and good job from Reynor. He actually triggered the Stasis Ward without losing anything. A lot of posturing and jockeying, both of them checking each other's defenses for openings. Ooh, nice positioning from Harstem on this Watchtower. Reynor, I don't know about this. But he's going to be going in for an attack. Harstem got completely drawn out of position. Oh, he lost track of the army. We are going to see the Stalker warp in, able to actually contain the Banelings pretty well, but there's a couple more that make it through, and that will be a lot of dead probes. Very close to even more, but still 10 probes go down. Fair number of Stalkers as well. And I think Reynor might have won the fight there on the left side. Also gets canceled on the 5th base while maintaining his own 5 bases and 92 drones. These queens of the main base have said no to this War Prism. Lings get in and they find Oh, they find even a little bit more damage. A couple more probes. But this is a pre-Broodlord timing, and it is going to be hitting quite hard. Baneling's going to try and get in here. Force fields will keep them at bay. Very good panic force fields right there from Harstem. Doesn't want to have to use the storms except on the army itself. Storms do stack up a little bit, but the Archons are still holding strong on the front line. Baneling's finally getting through. Corrosive Biles not able to connect on the War Prism, but Reynor just has enough and will blast through the army. Harstem trying to do a little bit of Zealot run by action. And he killed 14 drones during this, but Reynor is still able to get on top of the other run-bys and will pretty much clean up everything. And now Corruptors are on the way. Harstem did not kill his opponent by any stretch. He did not do the kind of damage he was looking to do. Killing 14 drones is a lot. Reynor's still on 79. Now, Harstem is going to double down with the attack, and I think that is the right call. +3 weapons will complete. Broodlords are in production, but they're not done yet. Do we have any Banelings? There are 11 of them on the field somewhere. We've also got Vipers coming on in, so that is going to be a little bit of a stopgap. Harstem trying to rebuild the 5th base. Reynor is going to find these Zealots and will actually draw some of them away. Oh, can he get the Baneling connections? Not bad. That deals with that pretty quickly. Counterattack on the other side of the map. Harstem not committing after all with this. And unfortunately for Harstem, not able to get back in time to save the base either, so kind of losing doubly. And now with Broodlords out, there is not a whole lot that deals with them. Blink is not even halfway done yet. If Reynor micros these Broodlords well and basically just doesn't eat like 6 storms, well, I guess it'd be like 3.5. He might just win the game here and now with his Broodlord push. There are a fair number of Stalkers here, but like I said, they don't have Blink yet. It's only 6 Broods, but the fact that he's able to kind of push this away, if he can target down the High Templar, that will almost certainly be it. There's one High Templar going down. Second one. Well, it's low on energy anyways. We've already got Lings getting in on top of this base. That is going to be the probe line completely cleaned out. And these Lings will kill off the Zealots that warped in too. Harstem, his army is just getting chased right now. He does have great upgrades for that ground army, but it is not going to be enough on its own. And the Broodlords are able to meet this army. Oh, Blinding Cloud's coming into the move command from Harstem. Okay, well, it was probably over anyways, but that is not a pleasant way for it to end. Reynor takes game number 1 in brilliant fashion. All right, here we go for game number 2. Spawning down in the bottom left for Basilisk, it is Reynor in the red. And his opponent spawning up at the top right for the Shopify Rebellion, it's Harstem in the blue. Yeah, great job right there from Reynor, basically staying on top of pretty much everything Harstem was doing. I don't think any of the Zealot run-bys really got out of hand. That Warp Prism was never able to find an opening in the main base. Just really fantastic stuff from Reynor, pretty much start to finish. And the only thing that kind of looked dangerous, that pre-Broodlord push, that pre-Broodlord timing, Reynor had more than enough to deal. Well, yeah, he had enough to deal with it and deal with it comfortably. I shouldn't say he had more than enough to deal with it. He had what he needed to deal with it. And it allowed him to still be able to tech behind it very quickly. Got the cancel on his opponent's 5th Nexus. Like, yeah, just fantastic stuff. Zealot run-bys on the bottom side, never really got anything done. There was the one, I think, that came in on the 5th base. Did he take it as the 5th or the 4th? I'm not sure. The one that was on the very south side of Hard Lead. That one found some drones, for sure. 14 drones is non-trivial damage. When your opponent's on, 90-plus workers, and you knock them down to 70, high 70s, I mean, it's not going to win you the game, usually, unless you also have won a fight. Very weird little wall from Harstem. He does once again go for the gas first late scout. And it will be a fast Stargate, of course, with this. But yeah, this is a really big gap in the wall. Like, I look at that, and the desire to speed link flood is so high. Like, it's such a hideous wall. Like, look at that. That is a gigantic gap. That gap is like one of those things where, you know, someone on Instagram photoshopped a thigh gap, and it, like, they don't know how to use Photoshop, so they bent the entire picture. So, like, things are morphing all weird. That's what that looks like right there. God, oh, man. He builds a pylon to try and fix it. Ugh. That is just not pretty. That is just a really, really hideous wall. Obviously, there's going to be no punish coming in from Reynor. Sometimes those walls act as bait. But, like, oof. We are going to see... Oh, Oracle looking for a little bit of an opening, but Reynor, good positioning. Good micro from Harstem to get that 3... Or, I guess, the 180, where the Oracle just instantly turns back around. Ooh, fair bit of hull damage there. He does get one creep tumor, but it's not massive, that's for sure. Harstem has been doing a lot of 2 Oracle play into very fast tech, and he's going to be doing it here on Alcyone once again. Another fair bit of damage coming in on that Oracle. Looks like Harstem tried to get a kill on a drone at the 3rd, but Reynor was ready with the Spore Crawler morph. Harstem will most likely be going for the fast blink. This looks like a Resonating Glaives play because you get the gateways, the 2 extra gateways, and the Twilight Council before this, but that's just how Harstem does this build. Harstem does this for a very quick blink. Oh my God. Reynor's defense against these Oracles it's just perfect. It is fantastic. Not losing any drones, and that is... Well, that is a bit of the Zerg dream right there. Are these Adepts actually going to shade forward? They are. And the Watchtower sees it. Oh, that's a surround. Yes, it is. You wouldn't expect you'd be able to get a surround in this tight hallway, but Reynor was able to push his way through. Gets the 2 Adepts. Only loses, what, 3 Lings for that? That is very good for Reynor. Yeah, all the little things going well for Reynor here. We do have Harstem starting to move out with some Stalkers, but Reynor, once again, fast +1 melee. He's going to start mining out these back minerals. Will it be the quick 3rd hatch? Yeah, or 4th hatch? Yes, it is. Zazazoom, Babavoom. And just about everything that could be going well for Reynor is going well. Harstem will put on some pressure here. Reynor. Oh, Ling's going to counterattack on the top side. We do have a very quick Templar Archives coming on in. God, that wall is just so hideous. Oh, a couple of drones will get picked off. Oh, no. Oh, God, Harstem. Oh, loses one of those. And the wall... Well, even though it didn't lose him the game, it does cost him a little bit right there. This Nexus is... He's going to try and start it in the face of an overwhelming number of Lings coming towards him. Ooh, Reynor was thinking about going for it there. Zealots do not have charge on the way, so they're just kind of posturing. And in fact, the +1 weapons is so late for Harstem. So these Zealots are not going to stand a chance against +1 melee Lings. Like, they are going to get slaughtered. Behind this, very quick Spire from Reynor. There's only 1 Oracle from Harstem. There's a lot of opportunity for damage for Reynor right now. And there's also a lot of opportunity for damage for him once that Spire finishes up. Harstem really doesn't have much going for him. He doesn't have Storm. I know it's weird to say he doesn't have much going for him in a game where the supplies are pretty high. But with the upgrade this late... Oh, Oracle turns on its Pulsar Beam instantly. Oh, okay, this is nice. I like this gateway wall very much. I think that's very cool. Once again, I'm worried about the Mutas. It's only 3 Mutas to start up. There we go. You just needed maybe a little bit more free supply. No, I don't think so. I'm not actually sure. No static defenses in the main, the natural. Just now a cannon starts at the 3rd, shield battery at the 4th. But I don't know. I mean, I guess there's a shield battery here. These Mutas have a ton of potential. Just an absolutely massive amount of potential. Oh, okay. Harstem does start up a Phoenix. That is a safety Phoenix. He has not seen anything. Unless he got a cheeky revelation on an egg or something that I missed. I don't believe that he did. Now, Blink is done at the natural. Oh, okay. Good defense from Harstem. Very good defense. Excellent. Starts up his second upgrade off the second forge. +1 shields. Storm will complete. You know, the position for Harstem is a lot better than it was a minute and a half ago. I still don't like it as he loses the Oracle. But it could be a lot worse. Okay, yeah, losing the Oracle actually really sucks. How many Phoenixes does he go up to? He's adding on a 3rd. This is not mass Muta, but he doesn't know that for a fact because he hasn't been able to get that scouting information. However, here's the problem. Bane speed is now done. Reynor is maxed out with an opportunity to get a lot of damage and start trading. And the Mutas, just the small number of them. I mean, honestly, 3 Phoenix is not a crazy overcommitment. Oh, Harstem. He's able to find... Actually, he should be able to kill all these Mutas. Phoenixes don't even need to really be microed. They can just kill this. He needs to focus on this attack, though. He does have Storm done. Oh, Harstem, be paying attention, please. Okay, he is not going to lose all of his Eye Templar to Banelings. You have Banelings coming in from the top side. Split going into the natural. There's the trap. Oh, the terrible wall. Ooh, nice blink, though. Body blocks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The probes. The probes. The probes! Kablamo! Oh, there's still one more, but it's not +2 melee killing anymore. He's got +2 melee, but it doesn't one-shot still. Oh, Mutas in the main base are going to get cleaned up. Harstem takes 11 probe losses, but that's very, very fine, honestly. He's still on 4 bases. He's still on 77 workers. Reynor, though, was teching during all this. He's on an amazing economy. Was on like 92 drones in a gold base, now 89 workers, still amazing. Still very good. Harstem, cost-efficient defense, though. Extremely cost-efficient. Look at that. Resources lost, really... No, actually. And Harstem. He doesn't finish out that last Bane, but it's still a good little setup. Reynor, I don't know if Broodlords are actually the play here. Oh, well, there's the stupid wall. Stupid wall gonna come back and haunt Harstem massively. We do see the Stalkers blinking back to try and deal with this. With the Zealot Warping in the main base. Oh, but if he loses the +3 weapons, it's about halfway done. He is going to lose it. That's no fun at all. No bueno. It was a lot of lanes, though. We will see the drop in the natural. Trying to find some value. Warpin should be able to go through. But the army of Reynor is getting back here. However, Harstem is using this to push his main army across the map. Buying himself a little bit of free space. We do see an attempt to cancel the 5th Nexus. And I think he will be able to deal with that. But it is going to be the push coming across the map. Actually, Zealots might keep this base alive. Reynor. Oh, does he have enough to deal with this? Wait, where are the storms? Where are the storms? He doesn't have any. Oh, no, the High Templar are super far behind. Okay. Still, Warp Prism will get taken down. But there is a lot of army for Harstem. Reynor did get the, I believe, kill on this Nexus. Yeah, no cancel. It's not the biggest of deals, but it is a pretty big deal. The +3 weapons getting denied, though, that's a big deal. And now Broodlords are already out. And I think that is the shutdown on this push. Oh, man, this is going to get dealt with. We've got Zealots on the left side also getting cleaned up by Reynor. And Harstem losing a lot of Stalkers sharking around. Reynor still maxed out, still on a bank, playing an ultra mobile style extremely well. And it's going to be Ultras. Ultras are an excellent choice against an opponent who has 1 Robo and no Immortals. Oh, Corrosive Vials on this Phoenix would be really nice. We're going to see a big attempt to get on top of these Archons. Yeah, but he just... Harstem gets away from the surround, so Reynor just disengages quite wisely. We have a Neural Parasite research. No, just the fungal growth for the Infestors, it looks like. Neural Parasite would be super powerful here, especially in tandem with Burrow. We do see a couple Zealots getting in here. They will find 1 drone, it looks like. No, 2 drones. 2 drones on that gold base. Chitinous plating. +3 melee, +1 carapace. So the Ultras are going to be getting some power boosts. Creep is... It's been trimmed back in the middle of the map, but on the wings, it is pretty good. Pretty decent here. Harstem did ultimately secure this 5th base now. Resources lost a lot closer to even than it was at the start of this game. At one point in this game, it was like 2,800 to 6,000 almost. Now it is only a 1,400 advantage. Oh, you got to be so careful with those High Templar. Harstem does see with the Watchtower, or did see. He still sees, actually. Or at least he will. Once again, he's going to retake it. Reynor trying to really stress Harstem out. Are we going to see the gold base started up? He's got a bunch of probes just chilling there at the moment. Reynor getting a 2nd Spire here. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, if you're going to get that, you should probably start at the next set of upgrades, and he does that pretty much right away. Basically, as I called for it. Oh, these Archons. Oh, my God. Oh, Harstem. Oh, they're caught in a lazy Susan. Also, there's probes with the army for some reason. There we go. Archons just squeeze their way out. Storms not getting too much done. Feedback after the fungal growth came on in. Those are huge fungals. The High Templar are all trapped. They're going to get blasted by the Broodlords. Every single one of those High Templar that was with that main army, I think, just got taken out. There might be 1 left. There's 2 on this left side. Yeah, he's got 1 High Templar left. That was so many High Templar. 6 of them just got taken down. And now we've got, well, this army on the left side. It uses some nice storms. But the Ultras leading the charge. It will blast through this army, even getting transfused. Tanking against 3 Archons. Archon will get chased down by the Roaches. And me, oh my. Reynor is cooking. We are going to see an attempt to cut off this army from Harstem. He does have a very mobile force, and the Broodlords do take a little while to get back. But with Lings coming in from the back, fungal growths do land on these Archons and Blink Stalkers, and that might be the jump that Reynor was looking for. Storm trying to hit on the Ultras, not going to do too much at all. There we go. Finally does land some good storms on the Roaches. But there's just Ultras cleaving the face of this army. And Reynor, look at this bank. It is gigantic. Playing a very fast and mobile strat. Fast and mobile composition. And it just does not feel like there's a whole lot that Harstem can do against the main army. He's going to try and counterattack on the left side. He's trying to kite back the army and maybe kill the ground army so he can jump the Broodlords. Oh, actually, he's coming in for a flank. This is an interesting setup from Harstem. We'll get us around on 1 Ultra. Hang on, this could be what Harstem is looking for. He will find a lot of these units, and there's the blink forward in on top of the Broodlords. 1, 2, 3 Broods going to fall. The whole Broodlord army will actually get cleaned up. What a magnificent engagement from Harstem. I was not expecting that Archon Zealot flank. And wow, that really did way better than I expected. 303 Archon Blink Stalker doing some damn fine work right there. Reynor, though, his bank is gigantic. He comes in, sweeps away the gold. Harstem was not ready to defend it. He was not expecting such a quick follow-through. And Reynor will retain a massive advantage in this game. I'm just impressed that Harstem even cleaned that up. Ooh, cute little abduct. You see an attack coming in through the middle from Harstem. Actually going to be able to find a surprising amount of damage with these Stalkers. Is that Zealot Warp in the best idea? I mean, he's going to go for it. I think the Ultra might be enough to just almost... Well, no, it's not going to be enough to handle it on its own. Meanwhile, we do see an attack on the top side. Ultra Ling. Ooh, these Ultras, they are going to be enough with the help of the +3 Cracklings. Harstem does buy time for the army to get back in position. Both players end up taking a fair bit of economic damage, but it's going to be Harstem who comes out the worst for wear. Even though the Ultras do get cleaned up, there is more action. Man, both players are everywhere. But it is definitely Reynor who is getting the better exchange. Better exchanges, I should say. We do have a +3 flyer attack and +1 flyer carapace well on the way here for Reynor. No +3 ground carapace or +2 missile. Actually, has he been on 1 Evo this whole time? No, he's got 2. He's got 2. These changelings keep throwing me off because they show up as blue on the minimap. Oh, this actually could be a good jump for Reynor. Oh, but the Storm. Storm is very good. 19 kills on that High Templar. Well, that was a little bit optimistic. I said it could be. It ended up being a very bad jump for Reynor. A lot of Lings going down. Reynor still does have a bank. Harstem, though? No, at this point, he's just starting to run out of money. He's been on the back ropes for a while. He's got maybe one last chance. He might be thinking he's in a better position than he is because that fight in the middle of the map was so impressive. The problem is Reynor's just been so far ahead for so long, and it's still only a 2,300 resources lost advantage, which would be fine if they were even on bases. But Reynor is on 7 bases versus Harstem, who has been unable to hold his 6th. Now, if Harstem can really slow it down and it goes super late game, that's a different story. A couple of Ultras getting very low on HP, and Harstem will potentially be able to kill off this base. Yeah, actually, Reynor doesn't have what he needs to defend. Harstem should just back away right now, I think. This is a successful attack. Ooh, big storm on the Lings, though. Actually, this might be very good for Harstem. Kills 1 Ultra, clears out most of the Lings. I still think he needs to get away, like right now. Oh, but it's honestly going pretty darn well for him. Man, the Immortals really packing a punch, and without the Lings to cover for them. This is so expensive. And even with the Lings, I mean, Storms are cleaning them up so quickly. That Ultra surviving barely. I think it dropped a single-digit HP for a little bit. That was an extremely good exchange for Harstem. He kills off one of the bases of his opponent, one of the freshest bases. Actually, I think the freshest base. Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to get worried about Reynor here. Ooh. You see Viper Broodlord on the right side with a little bit of an Infestor support. You should just not fight this army right now as Harstem. Just run. Just run and book it to the left side. 8 Ultras, though, coming on in, and there's actually only 4 Immortals here. Harstem, though, needs his anti-Ultra army altogether. Ooh, fungal growth coming on in. Now we are going to see these Immortals chonking through a couple of the Ultras, but he ultimately will, I think, lose this. Ooh, Zealot showing up just in time to try and keep these at bay. High Templar are going to be saved. Good job. Those Zealots were knights in shining armor for sure. Oh my god, Harstem is playing such a great late game here with the ultra mobile style. Storm keeping the Lings once again from getting on top of this. Harstem has secured this base on the top side. It's a high yield gas base. He's trying to take the left side high yield gas base. Broodlord army for Reynor. He doesn't want to commit forward. Reynor's bank is gone, though. Oh, that's a big fungal growth. Can he get the kill on all these High Templar? He gets a lot of them. Only one remaining. Another massive fungal. That's going to let the Ultras chew through a lot of this army. Zealots will warp in and we'll try and hold this army in place. And actually, we see a flank coming on in. We'll catch the rest of these Ultras. All of a sudden, it's Harstem who is up in supply. What a banger of a game. Oh my goodness. The Archons coming in out of nowhere. And the ultra immobile Broodlord army of Reynor can't do anything. Not even able to help a little bit. We are going to see a Zealot Archon attempt on the top side, or on the right side, to deal with this precious base from Reynor. Reynor will be able to keep this base alive, and he even finds the Archon as it tries to morph in. Oh, man. This all of a sudden looks very good for Harstem. It feels like Reynor really needs to get something done with these Broodlords, but I don't know. Once he moves anywhere on the map with them, it feels like Harstem is just going to counterattack. Now, I will say I don't think Harstem can take this base. I think Harstem's focus should be on the left side. No Oracle, though, to revelate the Broodlords and see where they are. I think that's the main thing Harstem needs right now, is to just figure out where those Broodlords are. But he is going to go for a split push once again. Oh, burrowing all the Lings. There's the burrow for the Neural Parasite Infestors. We are going to see these Broodlords starting to move forward. Broodlings will spot the army of Harstem. Ooh, fungal growth needed to be able to keep these armies at bay. Broodlords do have 3-2. Which is very strong upgrades. Harstem. I mean, he's mostly mined out this base anyways. It's really just the Chrono Boost energy and a few hundred minerals. There's one mineral patch that has 745 for some reason. There's actually a non-trivial amount. Reynor is starting to mine more. Ooh, is there detection? Oh, there is not. And the Neural Parasites are going to rain down. Oh, he steals a High Templar. And that is going to be all she wrote. The army gets stolen. And just like that, Reynor takes game number 1. No, he takes game number 2. That's the series. God damn. Reynor takes the 2-0. For some reason, I thought that was the start of the series. It was such a sick game. Wow. Very well done. If you enjoyed that one, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Check out the rest of the videos, and we will catch you on the flip side.